Hey guys, welcome back. I am popping on to do another video for Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches. I think it's round 9, I think. And this is a sketch today. It is from Amy Cattenbelt, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, for Spoonful of Scraps. And it's pretty cool. So we have a white background. We've got some torn bits right there, which I always like doing. Oh, torn bit down here too. Different size pattern papers going in a nice tidy little strip, photo, and visual triangle of clusters and a title. Now, Adam, because he's so clever, from Daddy About Flair, is also doing like little add-on challenges to go along with it, and his is a white background. So that's awesome in that I'm not good at white backgrounds. I used one for a layout, I think yesterday, and I'm using one today. So I don't even know who I am. Like, who am I? Okay. Now I am using a page kit by Meredy Twilling. It is from May 2021. And I can show you what I have. I think it had 2 pieces of white cardstock. I only have 1 left. We have this piece of Chamel Field Trip going up. So great stripy bits. I generally like my stripes going that way. No idea why. And then the back side has these great arrows. Interesting. Then we also have this piece by Vicki Boutin. It is from Color Study and it is called Collection, which features 3x4 cards as well as this really nice yellow pattern paper. And I had to use like a little tiny bit of it for a layout yesterday, I believe. We've got a whole set, oh my goodness, from Tuxedos and Tiaras of thickers. They're glitter foam thickers, and I love foam. I love foam. So, and they're black with black foam. And, oh, but wait. And we've got this set from Vicki Boutin Color Study of stickers, and I haven't used a single one. We also have these really great little, like, gold iridescent bits in there, so I can use those kind of like enamel dots, but then I'll want enamel dots, and it's like if you give a mouse a cookie, I'm telling you. So I have a white background because Adam said we had to. Now I think you can enter into things on his Daddy About Flair group. I don't know the rules and regs. You guys got to go look at it. I just like when somebody gives me a challenge on a challenge on a challenge. I do have some of his flair over there in my stash, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. So what I'm thinking of doing, white background, right? I have to have a torn bit here. I'm going to have a torn bit here and a torn bit here. Very easy. What I was thinking about doing is looking at this and having like different sizes of these stripes going down, and some can double. All of that is great. Now I can also have stripes of this to kind of shake it up a little bit, and I was kind of vibing on that. So I'm going to do that. Torn bits, I think I'm going to go in maybe, you know how you back your torn bits? Maybe with some of this, because I think that would be really kind of cool. I mean, that would be cool too. I don't know. We'll see how the torn bits go. Those come in a minute. The photo I'm going to use, and I'm using it because it was on my desk. I have a few photos over there that I've printed kind of early and ahead of time, and I just haven't gotten to. I've got a couple, oh gosh, they're falling over. A couple of Halloween ones. I've got like a Christmas card, you know, that kind of thing. So that will be my photo, you know, that will go about that. We can trim that out at least. So what I'm going to do, oh, more photos in there. What I'm going to do is trim these out, leave a nice little white border around it. And I'm going to create some of those little stripy strips. Stripy strips, not easy to say with Invisalign, let me tell you. Still have not mastered it. It's better, but I have not mastered it. And that's all right. That's all right. Okay, I have that going on. Great. Oh, and there's a little bit of splatty bits on each of the torn bit areas. Okay, I'm hip. All right, so I'm going to get this Vicki Boutin, Chamel Field Trip. And I think I'm going to kind of just decide, it's pretty narrow strip that she has for her goodies. So I'm going to go, I'm going to go 6 inches. We're going to go 6. 6, 6, a little more, okay, 6.5. 6 seems really narrow. So it's going to be there-ish. I'm not going to use it all like that because, you know, we're having fun. Now my son is holding Canelo, his friend's dog. This is, my son was at his old office. He is at a new one now. Definitely want to bring in the blue. The 2 tones of blue can be one of the thicker areas. Okay, we can do it kind of like that. Let's do some associations with Justin. So there's a red block in here too, and he is a red kid. All right, so this will be some of that thicker block that's down below, right? And I know I want to get in some of this red because he is a guy that wears red. But I think I like this slightly deeper red. So I think I'm going to have some of the more, I don't know, kind of primary vibe going on. Then I'm going to grab the yellow block, and I think I'm going to make the yellow block thinner because some of our blocks were thinner. And then, oh, but wait, that is more. Then I can do a medium thick block of this one. And the only thing I'm looking at is I need it to be, that is, let's see, I need, ooh, kind of like that one. See, that's, is that reading as like a green to you? Is it a green as well? I think it is green. Am I seeing some of the blue through it? Okay. So I think I'm going to make that a little tiny bit thinner. All right, like so. And she had them a little bit more. I keep seeing the blue through that, and I think it's just my view. All right, so those were kind of close together. Then we had a little gappy gap, and gappy gap, and then gap. Gappy gap. Okay, kind of like that. Sorry about that. It just turned off. So I'm going to scuff up these little bits. I am going to map my photo, I believe, in the green and the yellow. And then I think I'm going to do some of the torn bits as well in that yellow. I think that's how I'm going to bring in this other pattern paper line. Now, of course, then I can come back and do metallics and all that kind of stuff with these goodies. Okay, I'm going to start scuffing things up. I'm going to get my torn areas. I'm going to fill them in, yada, 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 and I'll be right back. All right, guys, quick check-in time. I've got these pieces all attached down, and I showed you that I was using a piece of this, the little green bit. Then I used just a couple of the cards from Vicki Boutin to map my photo and popped it up on a little a bit of kids craft foam, fun foam, whatever you call it. You guys know this stuff. Then I have my edges here. Oh, and I also did scuff up all my edges just for a little interest. Now what I want to do is go ahead and back my bits here with a bit of this yellow. And you know what I should do? Just to keep the whole vibe going is I should do a nice scuffed edge for the piece that's poking through. Keeps it interesting. There we go. Just like that, just a little something, something. So I'm going to do that on my other 2 bits. Then for my title, I mean, the most obvious one is this big, giant Be Colorful. So I'm going to do probably Be Colorful Justin for my son's name and pop it where the title belongs. And then I get to start creating my clusters. And I mean, I'm digging on these little birds because they're adorable and these floral bits. So I'm going to start there. Now he's also at work. So I like the idea of doing things like where you bring in, you know, anything office-y looking. But we are going to just work with it and see what we can cluster up and how much we can use of this sheet in a minute. So give me a second. So this is how it's going. I have my little birds. I decided would be the start of my clusters because I find them to be hilarious. And I have them in the visual triangle. Let me show you the sketch again really quickly to show you where I'm going with that. See how there's like the 3 cluster ideas starting right there. The rest of my sketch looks just like the our inspiration sketch, which is amazing for me. So then I thought next I'm going to go in, and I don't have my birds tacked down. Next I'm going to go in with florals and see which little floral bits. I think, see, those are too matchy. All right, so I'm going to do a floral bit, and oh, here's one. And then we can do a little bit of a floral bit. That one just looks exactly like that one. There we go. He can rest on that floral bit. And I'm going to build my little clusters with, quite frankly, with these. Oh, I like the Make Today Awesome. I think that's super cool. So I'm going to build them up. Let me see how many butterflies. One, oh, we have enough to do 3 butterflies flying off too. Don't know. Yeah, we'll do butterflies. So I'm going to build it up, and I will be back when we do the splatty bits at the end together. Alrighty, so I think I've exhausted what I want to do with my sticker sheet, and I did use quite a lot for one layout. Every little cluster has a butterfly, a bird, florals, these little circular bits, and I mean these little circle bits, one of these black and iridescent little word kind of things, and a butterfly. So that's awesome. I wanted all of the butterflies to have a little bit of movement, so I thought I'd put a little bit of foam underneath them. I have these little Frankenstein bits of foam that I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and pop them under. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look in my Not Just for Boys Kit Club like leftover bins and see if there's anything that would add to this or if it's done. Don't know. But I am digging it. I am digging it a lot. Oh, and I have a little bit of adhesive that was coming off the back and it was sticking a little bit. So I'm going to, that's the only one that was sticking. All right, so I'm going to look for a couple extra little bits, maybe some enamel dots, something like that, and I'll be right back. So let's see. I did find these half circle. They kind of look, they're black and white. They kind of look like buttons. Those were in my leftover bin, so those were cool. And I also put in these little freckled fawn chipboard words. Now I'm in my leftover enamel dots. So I have that one, and I thought I would just use blue because my son's wearing blue and show him off a little bit. And I'm going to do kind of a play off with these circular black and white circle bits. You know, like that, like one's a big enamel dot and then the other ones are the smaller. That's what I thought I would do there. Let me move this one because it looks out of place now. All right, so looks like I need just a little bit of splatty bits. I'm going to get my Heidi Swap Color Shine in black. I was just using it earlier today. And in our sketch, there are just splatty bits around the 3 torn bits. And I'm going to do that. And then I will show you the still shots and leave links down below for everybody else who is playing along. Bye for now.